Same division. Reset the scores to 0. I mean, I wasn't necessarily sure if I wanted to cast 3 matches in a row, but after seeing Ryoo's dominant sniper play, I'm really just in awe. And I knew that Ryoo had this in him from casting him before, but I just think this is so impressive.
Yeah, the games have been so hyped today. I'm not tired at all at this point, honestly. And Degran says, yeah, sure thing. So we are on for casting this.
Great. In that case, we'll just get everything set up here. Let's take another look over at the standings. I don't know if these results have been submitted yet. They have been. Ryoo with another win on the scoreboard now, score of 16. And even though that's tied with David W. and still 2 points behind Pox, they all still have only 1 loss. So once Ryoo catches up on matches, which he is about to do, he could easily secure second spot in the division.
All right, so it looks like the players have invited each other. I'm in the spectation. Were you getting a draft code from Ryoo?
Yes.
Do we have that available?
I have the draft code, and the players are entering the draft room themselves, and so we'll see what we have. In the meanwhile, let's just take a look at this matchup. Degran is just a few spots below Ryoo on the board, the same score as Hunu had. So as Hunu showed us, having the lower score here really doesn't mean much. Bronze is a very, very, very scary division. When you look at someone like Hunu, who's just currently in 6th place, and they still just had such amazing sniper play there.
Almost the same records on these players.
And so we have the bans coming in. The first ban from Ryoo is going to be High Rise. Is that the same ban we just saw?
Yeah, I believe so.
And that's Balcony being banned by... does anyone know, is it pronounced Degran? Degran? I think Degran sounds good to me.
Yeah, I don't know how to... Looks like they banned Balcony. The most probably a Balcony ban here.
Yes, we do have the Balcony ban from Degran. And Ryoo has chosen Ballroom. Makes sense after their success on it. I wonder if Ryoo will be feeling confident after that last match and pick Taeyen.
I'm hoping we see Degran's most picked venue here. It's Veranda. I want to see more of her.
Well, we are getting Aquarium, which I'm sure you'll be happy about instead.
Ooh! Shark.
And
shark,
Ryoo
shark.
with an interesting pick of Courtyard. And I say that's interesting because, yes, Courtyard is a very commonly picked map because a lot of snipers feel very comfortable on it. There's no bookshelves, there's a very easy angle to see the guest list, and so snipers feel comfortable on it. But Ryoo seems like a sniper who's comfortable on just about any map, so I would think that they maybe wouldn't want to give their opponent the chance to snipe Courtyard against them. And from Degran, we have the Veranda.
Okay, so there it is. We could see it again. Yeah, really interesting that Ryoo picks Courtyard there. That's actually Degran's second most chosen venue. He's picked it 3 times this season.
And we have the players in match in game getting the first game started. We have Ballroom as our first double pick with Degran as the first spy. Starting in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
All right, Degran starting us off here as Sam and Dane plan with a drink in his hand at the windows. Getting rid of the drink. Looks like our seduction target is starting off at statues alongside the ambassador, so we want no part of that. We'll just hang out over at this painting pad.
Yeah, and that's not the first time we've seen this. I remember that first match on Teian earlier. The seduction target and the ambassador kept going to the same bookshelf. And when they're both in the same place like that, there's not much you can do because you can't really go for the early bug, you can't go for the early flirt. And the seduction target is going right back to statues. No, they're getting the briefcase. That is
No.
so close to the ambassador. But apparently it is legal.
Apparently so. A very cheeky move there. You gotta figure that's going to be a suspicious character. And she joins our conversation as well. This would be a great time to throw off a banana bread, and we do.
And wow, it looks like there are almost no lowlights available. Boots is
Almost
at the
no.
painting pad. Maybe she was available for one of them, but there are 4 lowlights. Were those
Yeah,
people
let's
outside of
see.
conversation for BB, or were we just making some assumptions?
I think we're assuming real this middle conversation that didn't have the SDA.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. If you, as Sniper, see a banana bread like that isn't giving you any information, sometimes you just have to make the choice to take the information that you have, even if it's risky, because if you don't take it, you will be behind with the spy getting a free banana bread almost.
Very, very interesting to see Rio taking those lowlights, but not taking highlights on characters such as Oprah, our seduction target, who has been to statues and picked up a fingerprint.
Yeah, I would have to say Ryo may be feeling a little bit behind here. I mean, we just saw dominant sniper play from Ryo where they were always on top of everything, and it looks like getting a banana bread like that was not something they wanted. They made the choice to assume Ryo, and it is going to work out for them, but they might still be a little bit lost, feeling a little bit behind, especially if they have any nagging doubts that those lowlights were not correct.
Salmon echoing the start of the match, going back to the same window, sipping a drink again, before moving to the back here and picking a statue that does have a fingerprint on it. We take the fingerprint. We're going to take probably 2 inspects.
Yeah, it's good progress. We don't have a highlight from it. I'm not sure if Ryo highlights for statues or not. You would think I should know, but there's the highlight.
There it is. There's the highlight.
25
Pretty quick
seconds
talk.
left. We're being offered a drink. If Degran isn't confident in finishing with Prince and Inspects, we could purloin, but a shot comes off instead on Duke.
What was Duke doing?
That is the first miss shot we've seen from Ryo all day. And it looks like we were right about Ryo being a little bit confused, thrown off by such a good banana bread. Degran wasn't even going to be able to finish there. Degran took a drink even though he needed to get another print and another inspect. I don't think Degran was planning on finishing.
No, I don't think we could have. Looks like Duke got shot for pulling out a book there. Very interesting. Maybe a fingerprint on that book, but I'm really surprised that was enough suspicion to shoot.
Well,
We've got our next game, though.
Ryo needs to get a spy win here. We know he can do it, but it's very stressful to need to do it to hold on to the match right at the very start after losing the first sniper game. Starting in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Ryu playing Queen here, starting in conversation with the double agent. We're being offered a drink, and we just snatch up the list and run away. That's a white purloin. We walk to this other conversation. Seduction target and ambassador are here.
There's no
Take a
reaction.
flirt, 4%.
Degran hasn't seen this list. The list was... Now it's just visible. I think he's
Now
just
it's-
seeing it for the first time, and I'm sorry, Degran, but it is way too late for you to get anything out of this purloin. But he does highlight Ryo, and that's because Ryo still had the drink. And I don't think that's a major suspicion highlight. I think that's just, oh my god, I didn't notice this purloin. I need to catch up. I guess I'll just highlight the people with drinks, but I don't think there's any major suspicion on Ryo at this point.
Well, we did pretending like that was the starter drink with only a single sip. I think we're either just mild suspicion or completely dead here. I think that with the highlight, there is a chance that Degran may be onto this.
Well, the
and
thing
might be
is,
playing
if you've missed the purloin, you have to take riskier shots, or rather than riskier shots, it might just make the sniper more jumpy. And so it really depends on what Ryooo does from here. If Ryooo goes to center statues, it could induce a shot just because Degran has to take a shot on someone. So it looks like Ryooo is instead maybe going with fingerprints, a slower, more subtle play, and I think that's the right call.
as has been observed by several players, fingerprints, both on the spy side and the sniper side.
It almost looked like we could have taken a bug after returning that fingerprint, so there could be a little bit more suspicion on Ryooo at this point. It really just depends on how Degran reacts under pressure. If they're feeling behind, they might just be tunneling those highlights, and that could be unfortunate for Ryooo.
Well, we didn't take the bug. Looks like we're trying to play it cool here. Just go to some windows, go to some paintings. Not a lot of action after this purloin and briefcase as of yet.
No, and it looks like Ryooo is playing it slow. This is painting pad to painting pad. What is Ryooo waiting for?
Painting to painting.
Maybe waiting for someone to push the ambassador out of the way to get the briefcase, but there's no one next to him. Ryooo doesn't seem to want to go for statues. Gonna step in for the contact now, and it's not a great contact. I think things could have worked out better for Ryooo if the party was giving us another fingerprint, giving us a bug opportunity, giving us a good contact, but it has not been giving us those things.
I think we might have been really hoping for Orange Sari to join us in the conversation there. She did not. We're not even going to take the banana bread. We're going to rush over to this briefcase. We win the briefcase race. We do get it. We have fingerprints complete now.
Well, you need to
But
just
now there's
bug
only
that
20 seconds
ambassador
left, and
and
we need 2 missions.
take the contact? No, instead we're going to statues. I think that's probably going to get us shot. But it doesn't look like
We
we're
can
being
finish the
watched
flirt.
here.
We can't finish.
Is Degran
Even
going to be
swap is
jumpy
not
like I
enough.
said? Shot for the swap, and it wouldn't have mattered. Ryooo wasn't going to finish.
Could have been a finish if those were 2 green flirts instead of 2 white flirts. Seduce could have been completed, but since it wasn't, we were definitely not finishing missions at that point.
No, starting the next game in 3, 2, 1, playing it. And Ryooo is now down 0-2, and after what we saw in the previous match, it's a little bit surprising, but I'm sure Degran is very happy, especially if they were watching the previous match and they knew what sort of behemoth they were up against here.
Degran starting off as the spy here. Big Tex, the man with the spy party belt buckle. Next to the seduction target, 34% flirt. Your standard opening. It looks like Toby's going to come by us. Are we also going to go for an early purloin? Innocent drink take. Double agent is with us. There is a second conversation. Oh, it was full, but then 2 people split as soon as I say that.
Yeah, so remember, Degran is up 2-0 right now, but Degran was very much at risk of timing out in their first spy game, and they also won the sniper game because Ryooo was also at risk of timing out and had to go for a desperation play. It looks like both of these spies are scared of each other's snipers, and so I'm curious to see if Degran is going to play a faster game here. And right now it's a minute and a half, and all we have is flirt progress. It's decent flirt progress, but I'm wondering if Degran is going to get stuck in the same trap as last time.
It's decent. Yeah. Is it that decent, though? That is not within range of finishing with another white flirt. We would need a green test. We're going to take a fingerprint off this book. Ambassador standing next to us. I don't think we would ever in a million years try to bug here, though.
No.
Not even trying for the flirt, just on the other side of the conversation.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't think you would have had any problem entering right next to Boots there. I don't get the impression that Ryooo is someone who tracks the flirts that carefully. If Ryo's able to track flirts in addition to everything else he's tracking, I'll be even more impressed. But I think you could have gotten away with standing right next to Boots there. And with only a minute and 15 left, only getting side statue inspects instead of center inspects. Yes, it gives you the fingerprint, but if you're going to finish, you will need to step in for another flirt and step in for more inspects.
I don't know that we want to finish the inspects here. I think that was probably just for the fingerprint since we already had the one. Really wish we had finished the flirt, though. It was a green test. It would have been a finish if we had stood next to Boots.
Yeah, I mean, we did take 2 inspects. If we were just getting the fingerprint, we could have 1 cycled. That was a bug attempt, didn't take, and I also don't think it was seen. But again, Degran is just failing to make that final progress, and hopefully Ryooo learned from last time, knows that Degran might not finish, and won't take a shot on a civilian this time.
Nanobread cover indeed behind a pillar for the bug attempt, so that was fine, but it didn't take. So we still need 2 missions complete, 14 seconds to play. It's got to be inspect swap.
Oh, text was very noticeable there, bouncing between conversations. Now there's a time ad. There's no way Ryooo is going to misshoot here. I'm sure Ryooo saw that.
There's no way we can finish flirt there either.
And the highlight.
There's the highlight.
Highlight comes off. A little bit delayed, and it wasn't a shot, so I don't know if Ryooo was certain about the time ad. Now the lowlights are coming off on people who couldn't have done it. That indicates to me that Ryooo isn't 100% certain who did the time ad, but it's clear he has a hunch that it was Tex. And Tex still needs not only the flirt, but needs to go finish the statues.
The clock is hanging at 0, and Degran has just accepted another drink, so we know it's not a purloin hanging, if we were paying attention to the list. It's a little long to have a statue hanging.
Are we
well.
bugging? We're bugging. It doesn't take, and it was it on screen? Spy ran out of time. We are a little bit behind, so let's get the next match started as soon as it comes up. Oh, now they're watching replays for the first time. Never mind. And so that was a win for Ryooo. Ryooo bringing it back up to 1-2, and we're starting the next game in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
I'm really curious about those bug attempt, if the bug attempt had taken. But now we have Ryooo as spy as Pearls, starting next to our seduction target at this bookshelf. We're going to take a 51%. Nice early progress.
And we're also microfilming. The head turn is very visible, but Toby and the ambassador were sort of off elsewhere in sort of dangerous positions, so it doesn't look like Degran was watching for it.
Microfilm, not something that we've seen too much out of Ryooo in these matches. We did have that one game with Alice microfilming his veranda. I honestly don't recall which player that was.
And there's the contact. A few lowlights coming off, but the conversations on the right are pretty crowded. Looks like a good banana bread to me. And the seduce...
SDA was at shelves, though.
That's a good point. So only our conversation had real, but it doesn't look like Degran was taking any highlights or lowlights for it. So works out for Ryooo, and we also finished the flirt. That is very, very good flirt progress. It frees us up to basically find our 4th mission, first of all, and it also frees us up to pick a really good spot to go for the microfilm. And that's just sort of, that's how flirt works. It seems like a really easy mission to do, but it does dictate the spy's pacing because they constantly have to be returning to conversation and making sure to get it done. And if you hit your green flirts and you get it done early, that means you don't have to worry about it. You can just wait in one of these conversations near the blue bookshelf for the perfect time to go and do the microfilm while the ambassador and Toby are somewhere else.
Absolutely, absolutely. The difference between a 2 flirt and a 4 flirt is massive. We have gone to center statues, taken all 3 inspects. Contact, inspect, seduce are done. The 3 standard soft tells, but we need a 4th mission. We have 1:30 to do it.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm not sure I like that play. I think it would be a lot easier to get away with the second microfilm before you pick up a highlight for inspects rather than after it. Sari is giving us some cover. We should do it right now while she's blocking the view. And that's exactly what Ryooo does, and it doesn't look like it was seen. There's no reaction. This book is going to go in, the mission countdown is going to come up, and there is not going to be a shot on Ryooo. Ryooo is going to bring it back to 2 3-2 after starting down 0-2. There it is.
Yep, Dells, you could have just gone to update the scoreboard as soon as that microfilm came off. It was not at all. And a clean spy win for you there, bringing it back.
And we're proving that this match is going to be just as competitive as the last one. I believe the last one started very similarly with a 2-2 split after the first venue. This time it's happened a little bit differently. They both got one spy win, and now we're going on to Aquarium, where anything can happen.
Shark, 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 shark.
Shark. 3, 2, 1. Playing it.
Degran, spy, blonde bond, Duke.
Shark is shark.
Shark, shark. Shark is shark. Wall and book is stop. Duke is you.
Hardtell is death.
4 out of 8 is win.
And so it looks like we might be going for another microfilm. We only came to this shelf for our flirt target, and we got it up to 51%. We could make the decision to microfilm here if we just wait another moment for this shark to get to us. But it looks like Degran wasn't certain about the shark timing and just read the book for a long time without taking the microfilm.
Yeah, I think that was just to get the flirt and weren't really considering microfilm there. I think we probably would have at least attempted it. Who knows, though. Now we're going to the bar. We're getting marked suspicious. Looks like Ryooo is doing bar highlights on Aquarium here.
Yeah, well, it looks like there's a lot of them. Good choice.
Pick up our delegate opportunity, take one sip at bar.
And now the question
target.
The question becomes, who do we delegate to? Right now we're next to General. The shark is sort of covering us. The fin is covering us here. Could have been a good moment to do it. But Degran is waiting a little bit. The thing is, there was a really large bar rush, but we were at the end of it. So if we wait a long time to delegate, you know, it could be clear that some of those first people didn't do it.
Whoa, red test banana bread. It's even a fake banana bread, and we cough, but we were behind the shark. So we're not immediately dead, but an awful lot of lowlights come off.
Yeah, I'm not sure I like this banana bread play. There were a lot more people going to the bar. I think Seek, Hare, Alice, they were all there. And if you wanted to keep up the number of suspects from the delegate, it would have been better to just delegate to someone without doing the banana bread to rule those people out, because now the number of people who could have done it is low. The advantage, though, is that with all that distraction, it probably wasn't noticed exactly who we delegated to. Is this timer still on?
Unfortunately, no. The timer ran out. General did not pick up the list for us.
Yeah, that's...
So we'll walk back in 77% flirt now, but no completions, no other mission progress, minute 30 left.
Yeah, I think that was just unfortunate handling of the delegate, but a shot comes off. Couldn't even see who it was on there with the delay. The shot was on Salmon.
Shot on Salmon at the bookshelf.
Look at this. I'm colorblind, but it looks like Salmon is tagged with a blue book. Is that correct? Oh, wait, it's being tagged while he's at the shelf?
Yeah, it's tagged. Let me scroll back here and see what that was for.
Yeah, we don't have the next game starting back up just yet. This book is tagged as blue. And that's just not correct. Salmon is an AI. He was definitely not moving a blue book to the green shelf. And that's just unfortunate bookmarking from Ryooo there.
Yeah, Salmon kind of staying in that one conversation bookshelf area all game. I don't think he had even been to the left side of the venue.
That's an unfortunate shot from Ryooo, but it gives Degran the point, even though Degran's delegate play was also probably not going to lead to a spy win otherwise. Starting the next game in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
So Ryooo stepping in to spy Hi, as Alice here, starting off at Windows with a drink. I think Ryu definitely has to be feeling a little tilted after that shot. Hopefully, we can just shrug it off. And Degran got so bailed out there. There's no way we were finishing missions at that point.
No, I mean, we could have rushed things, but spending that much time on a delegate where the timer expired, it wasn't looking good for Degran, so really got bailed out there. Looks like Ryo's going to go for the delegate play this time. The ambassador was just at this bar. Did we get our request in before Boots so that we can get the difficult print? I don't think we did, but let's see who Toby goes to. Oh, we did! We requested just before Boots, so we do have the opportunity at a difficult print here, I believe.
That's one of those rare situations where I might even consider demanding the drink just to make absolutely sure you get it ahead.
Unfortunately, we didn't get the print. We are in a very good spot to pick up the briefcase if we're okay with leaving this conversation very shortly after entering it. But the twin's going to be going for it instead, I believe. Boots is going for it. Can't get the briefcase.
Yeah. Boots picks it up, 77% on the seduce, and no other real progress except from delegate potential.
And
but
there's the
banana bread
contact.
comes off here.
Not many lowlights available, but it looks like we're assuming real. We lowlit Salmon, who was in that conversation in the middle with no SDA, but we didn't lowlight Queen.
Well, Salmon's holding a book, so he can't be the spy. We learned that last game.
That is true. It is Salmon again. And look, Salmon's going to the same bookshelf where he tragically died in the previous game.
So our delegate Purloin timer has expired. Pearls does not manage to snatch the list for us, which means we're stuck on just contact and 77% seduce still.
It's the same situation that Degran was in, just didn't send out a delegate quick enough. I think both of these players are showing that they respect their snipers. They're not going to do an immediate delegate. They're not going to make it obvious, but then the risk is that you run out of time on it.
The risk is that you wait a little bit before walking next to your seduction target, and then they immediately leave, just like that. Ryu shaking the camera in frustration, not happy how this is going.
And this is the time ad window. Are we going to do it? Ryo looks like they're thinking about it. You only have a minute 15. Can you get the missions done? Ryo decides yes, they can.
We might be waiting for this shark for the bug.
No, we didn't even have the shark, but we took the bug anyway, and the path was visible. I don't know if the arm was, and sometimes that works, because on Aquarium, the sniper just assumes that you're going to bug behind the shark, and they might not guard the ambassador as closely as they would when they're not behind the shark.
Not much reaction from the sniper, though. We have bug, contact, seduce done. 45 seconds, one mission left. Holding a book if we want to take it to the other side. That seems a little risky, though. No, we put it back. But what's the last mission?
30 seconds is enough time to get a mission done. We just have to decide which one it's going to be, and going to the back statues looks like it's going to be a swap. Alice is not the best character to block it, but with that top shark coming... Oh no, that was visible. The statue is plainly on screen, but there is no reaction from Degran, and now the shark is covering us, and Boots gets shot, I guess, but it did not matter. That's the wrong character wearing boots.
We break statue as Falcon to form statue as Venus instead, and that turns Alice's defeat on the opposite side. Boots, sorry, no. My brain wants to call the character that the community calls Boots, Alice, and that is a problem, because the character we were playing is the community nickname Alice.
Alright, starting the next match in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Here we have Degran playing Salmon Danger. Touch books. That's my advice here. Don't touch books. Go to statues. Yes! Statues with your seduction target. Take your sip, take your flirt. White flirt, 34%. And now take your pair of inspects.
Yeah, and with that last match, you know, Alice, also known as Ponytail, she picked up the statue, and it was very visible. She held it above her head, and there was really no cover at that point. The swap would have been visible, and to me that just indicates that Ryo had just done a very good job of not gathering suspicion. Because if someone that you are suspicious of in any way, whether they're a highlight or just someone you noticed, goes to that back statue at the last 10 seconds of Aquarium, you watch. You keep your eye on it. You don't even let that statue out of your sight for even a moment. So the fact that Alice was able to get away with the swap, that Ryooo was able to get away with it, just indicates that they did a good job not picking up any suspicion throughout the match and had no suspicion for the bug.
Well, in this game, Degran spends an awfully long time at the front windows, goes back to the seduction target here, and White flirts again to get it up to 64%. People in chat observing quite accurately that we have gone from last match's sniper party to civilian slaughter this match.
Wow, I didn't see the chat, and I was about to say the same thing. I believe so far we have, 4 spy wins, mostly due to civilian shots, and only 2 sniper wins.
Yeah, if we get an interview after this one, we might have to look back at that game and see what's it done to make her so suspicious.
Cough is death.
Cough is death. Cough is defeat.
And with that, Ryooo takes the lead for the first time. An unfortunate misclick for Degran, but that's how it goes sometimes. And I believe Degran did a cough earlier and got away with it, or was it Ryooo who did a cough and got away with it?
I think that was I think it was Degran.
Yeah, so at this point, with 2 coughs, Degran maybe deserved to get shot for it, so can't feel too bad for him, but really, really unfortunate. Starting the next match in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Ryooo taking the spy role on Aquarium for the second time as Irish, starting next to statues. Why not? Just go inspect this lovely pair of heads here. That back there, that back right conversation is cursed. We have seen 2 coughs and the unfortunate salmon bookhold incident all go down in that one little area. We've got a bug. That was a dirty bug. Just walk right past the ambassador and do it. I don't see a reaction. I think it was clean. And we've got a mission done right off the bat. Not only that, following up with a green test on our seduction target, 51%, Ryooo says, I've had enough of these time pressure shenanigans. Let's do some missions.
Yeah, and really, I just don't think Degran has shown yet that they will shoot you if you aggressively chase your flirt, and so I think this is why you really need to keep your sniper in mind. There are some snipers, like David W., who you don't want to go for those aggressive flirts against, but if you're running into pacing issues and your sniper hasn't shown that they'll shoot you for flirting, just get those flirts.
Now we're returning the briefcase, picking up a fingerprint here. Important to note, when Boots got shot in that other game, it was for picking up the briefcase. We've seen a lot of interplay with the fingerprints in these matches, sometimes avoiding them, sometimes going for them. Ooh.
But that feels
I guess
like a very
that bug
confident
wasn't as clean.
Shot. Yeah, let's take a look at that bug if we have a moment here. Let me know if the next match is beginning.
It's not yet. No, the bug is completely behind the shark.
That's such a confident shot. We'll have to ask about that. But for now, we will be moving on to Courtyard. Again, tied up 4-4. Maybe it was the briefcase return. Apparently it wasn't very good, according to Aurak in chat. Starting in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
So Degran playing Duke. Is this the second or even maybe third time? I wonder if Degran is picking this character. Well, it looks like we're just going to start off in an innocent conversation at Courtyard. We don't even have the chance to flirt if we wanted to. Seduction target and someone else going into statues early. We're being offered a drink here.
Yeah, and Courtyard is going to present a very different situation from anything we've been seeing all afternoon, really. It's not like the 3-5s at all. This is definitely the map where you can be most successful as a camper, as sniper. There are no bookshelves. It's very easy to see the guest list at all times. The important thing is just to make sure you rotate so that you always have the ambassador and the guest list in view so that the spy cannot do something without you seeing it.
So we've taken 51% on our flirt.
And there's the guest list taken,
the list.
And there's the shot.
And now we've taken a bullet as well.
Yeah, it's really risky to go for a purloin so early here. I'm not really sure if that was the right timing for it. But Ryooo maintains the lead at 5-4, but Degran should be able to come back with a sniper win on this venue. Let's see if they're able to do it and keep things tied up going into the final venue, which was
Green purloin
Veranda.
is win. White purloin is defeat.
Starting in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
So it's Ryoo's turn for a courtyard spy game playing Queen. Bumping into security agent Damon. We start out here and just going to wind up at this window pad. And walk in next to the ambassador.
Also next to the double agent, and look how full those conversations are. Wheels and Hair are off to the side. No, now the conversations are losing a little bit. But I think it's still probably an okay time to go for the contact if that's what Ryooo wants.
Yeah, it's usually not too hard to get a decent contact on courtyard. We're kind of in range for a standing bug on the ambassador. He's not getting forced out just yet. So maybe watching the laser for that, if it should happen to go to the other side and take the ambassador out of view. That hasn't happened, though.
No, Toby is just insistent on staying around here, offering to every single person. And now the ambassador leaves, and unfortunately Ryoo's not going to get the bug he wanted. And it's now over a minute into the match with no flirt progress. And no progress of any kind. Ambassador, yes. Bug, no. Oh well.
No, now we're just sitting in this innocent conversation, having to take a turn at talking. Walking over to windows again. The statues are full up even if we wanted to go there.
With this little mission progress, I think Ryoo's best chance is to frame someone for a swap.
Yeah, go swap somebody's statue. Or take the objects, maybe.
We're in conversation with the double agent. It's not really a good time. People very split up. Not many people who would have real... I don't know. I don't think Ryooo plans on doing the contact here. I think after that unfortunate start, Ryooo knows that the only way they can win is with a civ shot.
Seduction target was in statues there, I believe maybe for the second time. If we had wanted to go for the swap play, that might have been the chance. We are going to take the contact here.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what Ryooo is doing. Only a minute left. You can't finish the flirt. The only way that you can really win this, you can't do flirt, you can't do fingerprints. You can either get a bug, or you can purloin and go to the statues and swap one, and neither of those sound like very good plays. I think if you're trying to get a civ shot, it would have been a lot better to do that contact when you're not someone in conversation with the double agent.
Well, here's another innocent talk coming off. I think Ryooo is just really hoping for a jumpy civ shot here. There's nothing else we can even really do to frame at this point.
No, we need to... Oh, is the seduction target at statues? I believe they were. We could go swap for them, but it's not what we're doing.
In for banana bread. She's a lowlight now.
Look, I get it. You waited by the ambassador for a bugging opportunity for a whole minute. You didn't get it, and you knew you couldn't finish, so you tried for a civ shot, but it's not happening. And now we're going to add time. It takes... It takes...
is green. It looks like the clock is hanging for something.
Maybe you take the list now and make it look like someone
Still
green?
takes a drink. It wasn't purloin.
No, and it's not a swap, which means it must have been a time ad.
Another green time ad. We're up to the 120 spy clock. The sniper clock is just going to hang at 0 forever.
Well, you know what? If you get another green time ad, there's no extra suspicion. It just looks like a normal watch check because the clock is still just going to hang. Now we're purloining. It's right on screen, though. We're probably going to get shot for it. No! What? No! Seek
What?
what?
It wasn't even beeping.
There was no beeps. You always have 10 seconds of beeps after the final mission. Ryooo takes that win and is up to match point now. Oh no, Degran. Oh. Well, we're starting the next match in 3, 2,
Next game.
1. Playing it.
Yeah, playing it. Alexa playing Despacito, perhaps. Oh, lowlight? No, we're just trying to lowlight the double agent. Degran playing boots here. Starting off at the windows, probably looking to chase the seduction target as she moves out of statues.
Degran can't be feeling very good now. This is definitely a map where you can get away with a spy win. There's a lot to track for the sniper, but Ryooo has proven that he's capable of tracking almost anything.
Well, we luckily enough do pick up the 51% green flirt there right before the seduction target would have bailed. Veranda, again, 5 missions to do here. It's an awful lot against a sniper such as Ryooo, but the sniper party of last match is gone, and this match, it's crazy civilian slaughter. Again, the theme just keeps on running.
Yeah, I'm really shocked. I never would have predicted going into this match that that's what was going to happen.
We're just hanging around this conversation some more here. I wonder what our next move is going to be now walking out. Perhaps time for a little microfilm action?
Yeah, look at the Ambassador and Toby all the way on the other side. Ryooo shouldn't be looking for a microfilm here. It's the perfect time to do it. And Degran goes for it. No reaction from Ryooo.
White test, but I don't think
Never
it is.
mind, there was a reaction. Ryooo sees everything. Yeah, the head turn was very much on screen. I saw it. I just thought that Ryoo's eyes would be elsewhere, but Ryooo is all-seeing.
So under ordinary circumstances, I would say we might just be in a dead spy walking situation here. But in this match, who knows?
Who knows?
Who knew? That was the last match, though.
I know, but I never said it during the last match, so... anyway, maybe not a good spot for Degran here, because I don't... Well, the thing is, the laser did sweep around and move onto Degran for a moment, so if they were seeing that, they know they were low-lit for the first half of the microfilm, and they might not go for the second half.
Oh, something very interesting, though, raking the sniper cam furiously there. Not happy about something. Not sure what it was. I'm mostly watching the spy camera. But Ryooo does not seem very happy. Game is progressing. And bookshelf. White test microfilm again and die would be pretty unfortunate.
Looks like there's no shot yet from Ryooo. Are we microfilming? It hasn't been done yet, has it?
Well, we've got the green microfilm in our pocket. We have not engaged a microfilm animation yet here.
Oh god, look, we're rotating for it. Degran is 100% certain that they are a suspect now. Degran cannot finish missions. And I'm sorry, Ryooo, but you gave your hand away there because Degran didn't do the microfilm. Wait, adding time? No, Degran, with that sniper rotation, you know that you are a massive suspect. I'm sorry, but Degran's only play was to not complete missions and hope for a civ shot there, in my opinion. The time ad was insanely... Wait, there wasn't a time ad, it was just a watch check. Right? What?
No, it was a time ad. It was a red time ad even. There was a beep.
And then we checked our watch at the balcony again?
And then we went for an innocent watch check.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my thoughts are so scattered here, but what I was saying is that when that laser moves all the way over there to look for you when you're at a shelf, you know you're a suspect. Don't try to do a BB split. Safety off on Degran. Degran's gonna get shot.
We can't do this microfilm. We can't do this.
No, Degran. Whoa! Safety off on
Safety
Seek.
off on Seek.
What? No! No more Civ shots.
No, not again. Not Seek again.
Degran not doing the microfilm. I don't know anymore. I thought this was a sure shot on Degran, but then the safety came off on someone else.
15 seconds.
Please, Ryooo, don't shoot. Degran cannot complete this. They can't complete missions. Are they going to do another time ad? They are. It's in the beep beeps. The clock goes back up. Please, Ryooo.
Time ad.
And we shoot the boots on boots. That was a lot spookier than I thought it was going to be.
We win. Ryooo's win. That's 7-4.
That's 7-4 for Ryooo.
What a match. If we had seen another civilian shot there, I would jump in my chair. I don't know what I would do.
I thought it was going to happen
enough.
With that safety off on Seek. That was a roller coaster. What an ending to this civilian slaughter set.
Why Seek again? Casters are a weird sniper.
God, I feel like there's a lot to cover. Checking in with the players to see if they'd like to join us for an interview. And while we're doing so, we will award the medal to Ryooo. That is a 7-4 victory. 7-4 doesn't look like a close score, but that was a very close set. Ryooo is going to join us in headquarters, so let's head on over there.
Alrighty.
And let's start to look through some of these replays. Wow, this whole set was a blur.
This set was crazy. I have no idea what happened in any of the games except civilian shot, civilian shot, civilian shot, civilian shot. 4 civilian deaths in this match.
Wow. It felt like more, to be honest, but I guess it was only 4 civilian shots.
What was Ryoo's civilian shot stat before this match?
I'm not sure, but it was pretty low. Before this match, it was at 15.5%, pretty low. After the previous match, it went up to 15.56. Oh, hi, Ryooo. Thank you for joining us. And no, we weren't talking about the massive number of civilian shots this set.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Welcome.
And GG.
Yeah.
Congratulations on winning.
Really tough.
But that set was a roller coaster for us. What was it like for you?
Oh man, I was so stressed after the 2-0 for Degran, and I was glad after I tied up ballroom finally. But I think I got a lot of luck because of especially the game on Aquarium that made me the game more easier because of the BB cough.
Yeah, there were quite a few coughs during Aquarium as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first one that I coughed it. Sorry.
Yeah.
And even on Courtyard, when I'm the spy, I tie mad, and I don't know at all what to do. And
that one was insane. That was an insane one.
I got lucky. To be honest.
Let's go through the matches, starting from the beginning, and go over some of the key moments that we'd like to know your insights on. The first game of Ballroom, Degran was the spy as Salmon, was not going to complete missions really, but a shot came off on Duke at the end. Can you let us know why Duke got shot?
Duke visited the middle statue, who got a print, I think, and also I saw Ambassador visit the Blue Bookshelf too. So I assume he was finishing with print.
Yeah, that
I just
makes
checked at the end if Salmon did a purloin, but he didn't. So I just choose to shoot.
That's really good fingerprint tracking. Indeed, the ambassador did leave a print there. Someone got the print, but Duke could have been getting the difficult one and had done center statues, so it's a very justified shot now that you've explained it. Moving on to the second game of Ballroom. This one, so it looked to me like you were maybe a little tentative about making progress here. You got the purloin right at the start. Did you feel that you were a very big suspect for it, and therefore you played a little bit slower after that?
That was a coin flip. Either I was highlight or low light, and I just told myself, okay, white purloin, that's a loss automatically, and I didn't know what to do after this, so I was just idling, hoping he was forgetting me, but at the end I was missing time, and I just decided to try to flirt with Sari and frame her by the same occasion and swap the same statue she.
Yeah,
That's,
unfortunately, you overestimated your suspicion level because it didn't look to me like Degran was very on top of that purloin. So you may have been able to get away with some more aggressive play. But luckily, you brought it back on the next two games of Ballroom, tying it up. And so this third Ballroom game, Degran was Tex. Degran did a time ad at the end and then just had to go for a desperation bug here. I don't think there's anything major to say about this one. It just looks like Degran didn't make a lot of progress and got caught for struggling at the end.
to be honest, I didn't even saw the bug at. But,
oh wait, the spy ran out of time. So wait, are you saying that you actually weren't on to Tex at this point?
I coughed the time ad after I saw him at the window, but I thought he was the one of the only possible characters who time ad. So I was confident he was a mission win pending, but it was time ad. So I highlighted right after, I think, because yeah.
Yes,
I
you did.
That was the only one who could have done this time ad.
Yeah, and then I suppose you just watched him struggle and didn't need to
yeah,
shoot.
I see on the replay on the stream. I didn't saw the bug. I'm glad he didn't connect.
Huh. I don't know if he would have won if it connected. Well, you would have heard beeps. You would have heard the overtime beeps. And so then on the fourth game of Ballroom, this is the game where you were Pearls. I actually don't have anything to say about this one. You got away with a very clean win with microfilms, so good job on that.
Yeah, the scariest part was to the first one. It was a white test, but didn't catch it, so
yeah,
it's okay.
Moving on to Aquarium, the first game. Oh yeah, never. I don't know if you would like to talk about this one. I mean, we all understand.
No, yeah, just,
no one's judging. It looked like the book was marked blue, and so it's a mistake. Anyone can make it. I'm pretty sure everyone who bookmarks has made that mistake at one point or another.
As the bureau said, abolish bookmarkings.
Well, bookmarking will be gone soon, so.
Really?
Yeah, bookmarking is being removed from the game.
Okay, just microfilm against me. It's free win.
And then
I think not in this next upcoming build in the next few days. It's going to be after the full SCL season completes, but it is upcoming.
And so in the next Aquarium game, Ryooo, you played a very clean game. As Alice, you got away with a bug. Let's just take a look at that, but I don't have any major questions for you this game. You are going to finish with a swap at the end, which just doesn't even get suspected. Let's look for the moment of the bug here, just for our viewing pleasure. There it is. It's not very easy to see the arm. The only thing you really have to suspect is the path.
It was a wrong arm, I think. If I recall correctly, it was wrong arm bug. So that's why it was hard to see.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
very good bug. It is wrong arm. Orak earlier said that the arm was visible, but I'm not sure. I don't see anything on the sniper cam. And let's just take a look at this moment at the end when you go in for a swap. I guess Boots is also at a statue at the end, and then as she puts it down, it is visible. The shark covers it. But it looks like of the two people doing statues at the end, Boots was more suspicious than horse riding Boots. And so that's that. Very well played on that one.
That you was visible also. Got lucky too on this one.
Well, I don't think it was luck. What I was saying after the match ended was you did a good job not having any suspicion at the end, because if the sniper is suspicious of you at all, they will watch you when you're at that statue at the back. But if you can go to the statue without being watched, it means that at some point in the match, they just thought to themselves, no, I don't think it's Alice. I haven't seen her do anything. She's not suspicious. Maybe. I don't need to watch her. And then in the next game, Degran coughed, and cough is death.
Right in front of me. So this one, easy game.
And the final aquarium game.
The first cough.
The final aquarium
the first cough
game.
In the previous.
Go ahead.
Oh, never mind.
The first cough. I missed the first cough. I
first
just saw like two people
yeah.
who couldn't have cough. So, but I missed it.
So I was just trying to cheer you up there by saying it was completely behind the shark and you couldn't have seen it.
Okay.
And so in this final aquarium game, I wish Degran was here because that's who I would have a question for. Namely, why did you shoot Irish so early, so confidently? Yeah. And maybe we can take a look at it. Let's take a look at the bug. Oh, we already looked at the bug after the match ended. I'll put it back up on screen one more time. Path suspectable. Bug completely invisible. There were people saying that the briefcase return maybe had some issues. Let's take a look at that. The ambassador is going to leave the conversation. And once they've made it all the way to the other, I believe they're far away enough for us to pick it up. We are in an appropriate spot to pick it up, I think. And we bring it back.
I think Ember was far enough away.
Yeah,
I don't know how to say it, but because you can see Twin redirect after he tried to pick the briefcase. Ooh. So I think it was correct. The issue is my position behind the ambassador, I think. I'm not enough behind ambassador, you know.
I don't know if that's... I actually don't know about that.
I'm on his side instead of behind him.
I guess so. I would think that if you're anywhere in the circle, it's good enough, but maybe we can check later and see if AIs always stand a little bit more behind the ambassador. But either way, it looks like that could be what Degran was thinking. I was shocked when that shot came off.
Yeah, I was too. I don't think I would shoot for that.
Yeah, I was surprised, man. But, you know, maybe he paired me with Duke. You don't know.
Maybe. And so then we moved on to Courtyard. Let's just take a look at this purloin from Degran one more time. Oh, Shep's saying that maybe there was a stop talk caught behind the shark. I don't know. Either way, it was very impressive.
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
Courtyard, I just saw the white...
Yeah, you do rotate around to the other side right before, so it makes sense that Degran thought that he had a moment he could get away with it, especially with the ambassador on the opposite side, but unfortunately for Degran, you know your Courtyard rotations, and you wouldn't let Toby out of your sight for more than a second. And now...
I always try to get Ember in my view and just see who's stubbing, offering a drink, and try to catch the fade.
And now we move on to the second Courtyard game. Just to refresh anyone in case you need a
This game.
refresher. Actually, I don't even. Let's just play this. I'm playing it from the start. Ryooo, walk us through. I'll play it at 2x speed. Can you walk us through what you're thinking at each moment of this game?
At the start, I'm just waiting for my selection target. No, others hoping to contact into bug, but I saw I was too far away to get a standing bug, so I just decide to idle, just watch the party and maybe frame someone.
Yeah, and so
And
you made the decision that you probably weren't going to be able to finish missions at this point.
yeah, totally.
And so what are you thinking? What were some of the ideas in your mind? Were you thinking of maybe doing a swap to frame someone?
Yeah, maybe, but I wanted to wait for a good fake banana bread, frame someone at to swap and frame. You know,
Yeah.
I was just hoping that after banana bread, statue visitor gets shot. But
And so you did ultimately
nobody.
banana bread while you were in conversation with the real double agent. Was that what you intended?
Banana bread.
Yeah, just in case. Just it's still a mission progress, you know.
And so then we are now in the final minute. No one's getting shot for that contact. The sniper doesn't seem like they're going to shoot anyone at all. And so you seem committed to the timeout here until exactly 5 seconds where you go for a time ad.
Yeah, I was just waiting for a safe shot and maybe do a purloin after a reject. But
And here
maybe I
we
missed
are.
the occasion. But
Here's the big
honestly,
moment.
I was just I had no idea what to do.
And you go for a time at the exact timing to get it off at 0. Did you
Oh
think
my
you were
God.
going to be immediately shot?
At this point, I thought I was low light, and so that's a second one, a second time ad.
Oh, so you
Uh,
assumed that because you were
Yeah,
idling
you know,
all game and you
it's
didn't
that
die
kind
from...
of game you cannot because it's just that's not a spy game. Yeah, I don't know for Degran. It will be interesting to have his point of view.
And here's the purloin on screen
I
and the
assume,
shot on Seek. Did
yeah,
Seek reject a drink? Let's take a look at this.
So this in the replay, Seek kind of looks like he maybe gets offered to and walks away. Pearls is offered to and takes a drink. Then the ambassador conversation.
Oh no, so it's not even that Seek rejected. Seek was never even offered. It's Pearl's the one who got offered. But it looks like Degran was just panicking because he didn't know who did the time ad. And when that happens, even though it means you're in the lead, even though it means the spy isn't done, even though it means you should be able to narrow the party down, if you're not able to do that, you can panic. And I guess in Degran's panic, he thought that Seek rejected. And when the list got taken, he shot, even though there weren't any overtime beeps.
yeah. Yeah, I just got lucky on this game. I did wrong on this game, I think, but it was enough to make him mad, I assume.
Yeah, and then the veranda game, not much to say. Oh wait, actually there is stuff to say. So you highlight Degran for the initial microfilm at green. The ambassador and
Yeah.
Toby were on the other side. Are you saying that you saw the head turns even though she was so far away?
Yeah, my eyes just went on. I just saw his head, yeah, right now, and I
Yeah.
was pretty confident she did the microfilm.
Honestly, it was actually pretty easy to see as far as head turns go. I don't know exactly why, but just something about the way her head was framed between Duke and Kane there does make it easy to see.
But you know, you can see ambassador going to the far side of the room, and so I was just looking at this part of the map of the venue, sorry, to see who could be in the position to reverse drive by bug, and I just saw the head shake. Got lucky on this. I was pretty sure that was the microfilm.
Yeah, and so it looks like you were
So
just
I just kept an
staring.
eye on the.
You were staring Degran down as he went to the blue bookshelf. How many cycles does Degran even do at this shelf? It feels like they were there for a really long time.
Yeah.
Long
Even
time.
Degran was
yeah,
at this bookshelf holding the book for
especially with a character like
33
Boots.
seconds?
Yeah, especially with Boots, because I think that's one of the quicker, faster character at bookshelves. And yeah, it was pretty long, so that I was just waiting for a good excuse to shoot her.
And yet at the end, maybe this was just some sort of lag, but for a moment after you take the safety off on Boots, you also took the safety off on Seek.
Yeah, because Seek was pretty active. He went statue to statues, and I I just credited Boots with the Seduce contact and maybe microfilm, but yeah, I didn't want to shoot Boots just for a suspicion, even if it was really high suspicious. But you never know. So
And then you shot her in the boots. For
yeah, after the
memes.
time ad
All
in
right,
the
well,
boots.
that was the set. That one was much more chaotic. I wish we'd gotten a chance to speak to you after your first set against Hunu, which was masterful sniper play. You won. I mean,
Sniper party, yeah.
out of 12 games, 11 of them were sniper wins, and the one that wasn't was you got a spy win from a purloin. Hunu had taken safety off on you before it, and they just didn't see the purloin. They were struggling to get a good angle on the list. So it was very nearly 12 sniper wins, and it was masterful for you to be able to get all those sniper wins, especially on Taeyen and Ballroom, which are maps where the spy has one of the easier times of winning.
I remember a game on Taeyen when Hunu is Irish.
Do you want us to take a look at it here? We have a moment.
Yeah, sure.
When Hunu was Irish on Taeyen. We're not going to delve into these games a lot. I just wanted to congratulate you on the amazing sniper play, but we can take a look at this. What moment would you like us to look at?
It was Irish when she returned his book at Green Bookshelf, but she took a long moment to read again the book, to put it back. And I was assuming she was flirting before putting the book back.
At green
And
or at blue?
at the end, I just decided to, okay, if purloins happen, Irish rejected a drink, so if purloin happen, I shoot Irish.
Yeah, wow.
And yeah,
well, she was flirting. You got it.
Yeah, that was this moment.
Really, really great awareness, and then really good at being on top of the purloin.
Very nice presence of mind on the timings on Tan. They can be so tight there.
Yeah.
All right, well, congratulations again, Ryooo, for winning both of these matches. The second one was a scrap. It was a roller coaster down to the end, and the first one was just really, really amazing sniper play where you were on top of everything.
Yeah, both matches were really tensed.
Yeah, and with both of those matches in, I believe you've submitted both replays, is that correct?
Sorry?
You've submitted both sets of replays on the website, or it seems both of them have been.
Yeah.
And the scoreboard has been updated. You are now officially in a tie for second place. Shep is probably going to hold on to first place. They have a match. Shep has won every match and is going up against someone who hasn't won a single match, so Shep might be able to hold on to first. But Ryooo, your last match coming up is against Turnip Boy. Turnip Boy's not an easy opponent. Meanwhile, Pox has a match against Mr. Rogers. So you are basically, you're going to need to win the match against Turnip Boy. Pox is going to need to win that match against Mr. Rogers. And then, let's see, if you tie, you have beaten Pox in the past, which means you would win the head-to-head tiebreaker. So we'll be very excited to see how those final matches in bronze go.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for the Johnny Bot matches because he's gonna play this week, I think, before our last match.
Yeah, I think after this
Gonna
afternoon
play
we're going to be
Friday.
dying to cast that. So hopefully we'll be able to.
Yeah.
So thank
It
you,
will be
Ryooo,
close.
for letting us cast
Yeah,
these
thanks to
matches.
you.
Thanks for joining us for the interview. Thank you to Ranmilia for being a trooper and sticking through for 3 matches this afternoon, but they were very exciting.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you.
Thanks for casting.
Congratulations.
Bye bye.
Thanks to everyone for watching. Thank you to Warning Track for allowing us to use the Spy Party Fans channel. If you enjoyed this, we are going to be continuing keeping up live casts for the rest of the season on this channel, including hopefully the climactic finish of Bronze, maybe even the final matches of Copper, which is the division that we seem to cast the most. So thank you, everyone. Keep an eye on the schedule. There might be a button below this that links to it. Otherwise, it is on the Spy Party Discord. And have a good afternoon, everyone.
Farewell and see you later.